sports on this very special Easter Sunday. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyle Kuzma.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Jalen Wells. Zach Edey out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's John Morant. And for Milwaukee, there with Porter. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. So, Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars. And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
And it's Morant missing. Porter against Morant. Giannis right side. Porter passes to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will at the flush.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. Morant with another miss. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Prince wide open. And the three off target. Morant scanning the floor. Pass to Aldama. Edey with a screen for Morant. Morant with another miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Richard, the dynamic John Morant. He is an absolute fan and broadcaster favorite.
I'm trying to think of a more exciting player than John Morant, and I'm coming up short. John doesn't just make plays, he makes memories.
And so here's Memphis. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Porter against Morant. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Thomas finds Antetokounmpo. Giannis sets a screen for Prince. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Antetokounmpo again. Antetokounmpo's got...
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. Nice D from Porter.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Giannis dunks it down.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
For Porter, averaging 13 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
Now here's Morant. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
Just taking what the defense gives him. Morant keeping it simple on offense. I love it.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Here's Wells. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Takes a three. The shot by Wells, no good.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Thomas finds Antetokounmpo. Down low. Kicks it out to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Antetokounmpo, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing here by 8. Last time they met was in Memphis.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
That was the key factor, and it has to have a carryover effect. You get in a team's head when you cause them to make that many mistakes.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Memphis shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. No good on the second free throw.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Porter dishes to Giannis. Kicks it out to Prince. The three from Thomas. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss. And then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
Jerome, it's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Here's Richards. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
There's so little ego in Giannis's game. It's not about him out there. He wants to make the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Jerome. Again, Memphis.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Bucks.
Oh boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
We've got Cam Thomas. Taurean Prince is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kevin Porter, and it's Richards in at the 5. Roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Jackson, the dunk, and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss plays more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Clark. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
First team foul. At the line for the Bucks.
That's good from Richard. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Clark outside. Pass to Jerome. Back to Clark. Fires for 3. A rebound by the Bucks.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Porter. Giannis kicks to Thomas. Outside Porter. Thomas passes to Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And here we can check out the story for Cameron Thomas.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
To the inside. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Giannis. Boy, he was something else against Boston. And a wide open look for Porter. Good. And Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at the Grizzlies. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
When I look at Memphis, they need to turn it on here down the stretch, or else they risk missing not just the playoffs, but the play-in tournament as well. They'll need to play their best basketball starting now.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce.
You guys, John Morant able to fly with the best, but he said, sometimes I get knocked out of the air and hit the floor. After the game, you may feel that, so I just pick and choose, man. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. I get it done. That's all that matters. Back to you.
He can still get up. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. Here is Porter. Brandon Clark picking up that last basket. Porter, bounce pass. And Giannis throws it down.
Good play and great vision from Porter. The pick and roll gets someone open, and he finds it.
Morant finds Clark. Back to Morant. Morant pulleys his way inside.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Floats it up for Giannis. The shot misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Morant, the rebound by Richard.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Porter. Now Richards to the paint. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 5 to shoot. Giannis kicks to Porter. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Here's Morant. Morant with another miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
On the wing, Porter. They set the pick. Antetokounmpo dishes to Thomas. Back to Giannis. Giannis rips it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, isolation dunk. The Grizzlies trail by 9. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. Richard, Cam Thomas has been criticized for his shot selection at times, but the guy can flat out score.
Oh, he's a walking bucket. And to his credit, he works on taking these difficult shots because he knows that is a valuable skill in this league.
Some changes for Memphis. Zach Edey comes in for Brandon Clark. And Santi Aldama is subbed in for Ty Jerome. Morant outside. There's a screen by Aldama. Shot clock at 5. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. Bucks number 1.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they've played.
Here's on. Oh, wow!
That is powerful. An amazing quickly. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Here's Aldama, following the bucket by the Bucks. The three from Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Morant outside. Wells in the corner. The Grizzlies with another miss. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Antetokounmpo finds Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. Giannis slashing.
I mean, he is tearing the deep apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Well, thank you.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. Got a question here from Jose and One Hero. Who's the number one? And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through two quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
Starting the second half, here's Tomas Isolos 5. Santi Aldama is out there with Jalen Wells. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Zach Edey. Now here's Wells. Edey with a screen on Giannis. Launches a three. And a shot by Wells, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Giannis sets a screen for Thomas. Here's Antetokounmpo. Aldama with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. And Aldama slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And here's Giannis from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Wells passes to Morant. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Shoots the three. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Morant with the steal. Pass to Aldama. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant outside. A three ball by Morant.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
It's Prince on the wing. Back to Porter. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
It may be the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Edey finds Aldama. Inside, out to Morant. Nice D from Porter.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Right wing. And the layup is good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Giannis sets a screen for Thomas. Down low. It's stolen by Aldama. Lets a floater go. The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Jerome, he's checked in for John Morant. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. We're now joined by highlight reel stuff from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
And that's a great look at that slam from our acted cam. Pass to Edey. Back to Jerome. Driving inside. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 5.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the dunk by Edey.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Milwaukee.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Giannis passes to Richards. Giannis dunks it down.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
52 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Clark. Here's Aldama. Now Jerome. Now Aldama. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. Bucks have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Antetokounmpo kicks to Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Thomas. Giannis a screen on Morant. Thomas dishes to Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. From the top of the key, Thomas's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. We've got Nick Richard under there with Torian Prince. Then it's Thomas, and it's Porter in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Clark, the pass to Jackson. Now Morant. He's guarded by Thomas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
To the middle, Morant with the steal. Jerome against Porter. Jerome passes to Morant. Clark kicks to Morant. He takes it in. Morant goes hard to the basket.
This is what teams try to do with Morant. Get physical, make it difficult, but he just continues to figure it out.
Porter with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Prince, that's for 2. Rebounded by Jackson.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Giannis passes to Richards. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Memphis. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Morant passes to Spencer. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Memphis making a change here. Edey's checked in.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Memphis.
Porter against Jerome. The rebound by Richard. Richard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Side Thomas. Back to Giannis. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Morant. They get it again. The kick out to Porter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Jerome. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Pass to Edey. Over to the wing. Morant outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still gotten the lead.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Now Edey. Tries from 7. And yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we know Morant can put up tons of points, but Ja is at his best when he's also involving others.
Porter looking it over. Here's Antetokounmpo. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Here's Aldama, covered by Giannis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. It's deflected. Morant with the steal. With the drive. a three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo. And there's the dunk.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Now Edey. And it's off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
To tie it up. Porter outside to take the lead. Down he goes for three.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Timeout called by Coach Iserlohn. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now Morant. Misses the three. And that's an intentional foul. So it's the Bucks now. So foul intentionally. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And we have a timeout called by Tomas Iserlohn. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Morant got it.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look about Morant having that it factor, and it's the biggest play of the night.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul him on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. 3-pointer is a must.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. It's good!
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Giannis, you knew coming into this game it was a big-time matchup. How locked in was this team tonight?
We came out tonight. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We played hard. We played together, and that's why we got the win. And I'm really proud of my teammates.
Well, the attention to detail was certainly there from the whole roster, and it led to this win tonight. Congratulations, Giannis.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game,